everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's your spook sister Nay, and today I wasn't really planning on making this kind of video because I was quite stuck and I wasn't really sure on what to do. So when I came home after work today, I had a think and I thought about some true stories, movies based off true stories, and I was trying to think of something that I had watched earlier on. So I don't really watch a whole lot of horror movies because anything to do with like demons and negative entities, they tend to really freak me out because when you do watch these kind of movies, it does like open you up to these kind of negative forces. And so I was pretty limited on what I did watch, but I have seen this one movie which I did remember, and it was called The Exorcism of Emily Rose. And while I was thinking about this movie, I completely blocked this out of my mind because I remembered that when I was a kid, I was probably like something maybe like 13, 14 years old when I watched this movie, and there was one scene in this movie which I had personally experienced myself, which I will have to get into later in a later date. But there was one scene in this movie where she was on a bed, and it was at night, obviously, and she was in her bed, and this invisible force started to press down on her body. And when I was watching this scene on earlier today, I just got like chills because I had this memory, this flashback that happened while I was watching this scene. And guys, this shit is real. Like I can't even begin to explain to you like how real this stuff is. So yeah, so here we are. We're gonna get right into this video, but before we do, if you are new to my channel, hi, my name is Renee. I like everybody to call me Nay. It's something personal to me. I just have a sense of love for that name. So hi, my name is Nay. Great to have you around. And for the 31 days of October, I will be doing a 31-day video challenge where I'll be uploading ghost stories, paranormal investigations, and just pretty much everything in between. So if that sounds like something that you'd be interested in, then please hit that like and subscribe button down below if you'd like to see some more, and stick around because we're gonna get right into this video. So The Exorcism of Emily Rose is actually based on a real life story of a German girl named Anneliese Michael. So Anneliese was actually born in 1952, and she was grown up in a very devout Catholic family. Those who actually knew her would describe her as someone who was very sweet and very kind, and someone who was very caring about those who were around her. In 1968, when Anneliese was 16 years old, she experienced her very first blackout. Now, her friends described her walking around the school as if she was in a trance-like state. In that very night, Anneliese described being in her bed and experienced an invisible force pressing down on her chest. 11 months later, in 1969, Anneliese would suffer her very first seizure. So her family took her to go see some doctors, and they ran several EEG tests, and there was nothing really seemingly wrong with her. So they hypothesized that perhaps she was just suffering some form of epileptic fit, and they prescribed her some anti-convulsion medicine. So this is where it gets a little bit creepy now. So over the next 3 years, Anneliese described hearing some really distinct knocks in and around the house and in her bedroom. Her two other sisters could also attest, saying they could also hear the same knocks. Then one night, her mother got up and caught Anneliese staring at a painting of the Virgin Mary. And apparently, according to her mother, her eyes seemed to be turned black. Because of these instances, her family actually checked in Anneliese into a psychiatric hospital. While she was in this hospital, it was during this time that she started to see demonic faces, and as she prayed, very distinct voices, as if it was right in the room next to her, were telling her that she was going to rot in hell. Annalise told the doctors of her demonic visions, and so what they did was that they prescribed her with just more antipsychotic medicine. And over half the decade, the convulsions just seemed to get worse and worse. And so the Michael family decided that modern medicine wasn't going to help their daughter, so they turned to the Catholic Church. Pastor Ernest Alt was called to the family home, where he would talk to Annalise, and she would describe to him the type of devilish faces and the voices and what they would say to her. Calling in a Catholic priest just seemed to make Annalise's behavior worse. Believing that she was possessed, Annalise ripped clothes off her body and urinated all over the ground, where she drank it up like a dog. She also ate coal and spiders, the head of a dead bird, and crawled underneath tables where she was barking like a dog for 2 days straight. Investigating Annalise's strange behavior, Pastor Alt truly believed that Annalise was not suffering from any serious medical condition, but that demons had entered her body and were looking to take her soul. It was only from here that Pastor Alt believed that the only way for Annalise to get better was to perform an exorcism. 2 times a week, Pastor Alt and another man from the church were performing exorcisms on Annalise. Usually these exorcisms would take anywhere between 2 to 4 hours, and they actually did a audio recording of some of these events. So guys, I'm going to put that in the video right now for you to listen to, where Annalise is talking about the 6 demons that are possessing her body.
Wann bist du überhaupt hier?
Ich hab recht dazu, dass ich in dem Weib ein bin. Ich trag dir die Rotznase noch so lang, bis es lebt wird. Die saublöde Weib. Für uns gibt's kein Zurück. Sie in alle Ewigkeit.
As of the spring of 1976, Annalise's convulsions just seemed to get worse. She also started to attack family members after biting and scratching them and beating them. And when she couldn't get her hands on her sisters, she would beat herself. Her body became extremely frail and thin because the demons apparently told her that she wasn't allowed to eat. And hundreds of times a day, she would drop to her knees and raise back up again, breaking her kneecaps and tearing the ligaments from her bones. Guys, there was actually a whole court investigation with this. There was a deep investigation by the police saying that there was negligence of the priest and the family for not seeking medical help. Now, they were accused of homicide, but I'm not too sure what really happened to that trial, so you can look that up and you can investigate it more. But far out, you guys. Like, when I was researching this, it just like gave me the absolute chills, because this movie is so on point, so very accurate of what exorcisms are really like. And if you've never seen an exorcism, go watch this movie if you dare, because yeah, it's so creepily accurate. I can't even. And there you have it, you guys. That was terrifying. Hopefully you can sleep tonight. I'm gonna leave a light on just so I can not shit myself. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I really did, in a way. I'm gonna go change my nappy now. And yeah, I hope you liked it, guys. If you wanted to see more videos in the next coming weeks, I will be uploading a unboxing video, hopefully by this weekend, for my meditation table. Obviously, that has nothing to do with Halloween, but I'm very excited because I've got some really cool backdrops coming, and I can hopefully get rid of this, whatever this is, my house, which looks really kind of dark and creepy at the moment, and I'm the only one here. So yeah, guys, stay tuned for that, and I will be keeping you guys updated. If you like that and you want to see more of my videos, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below, and I will be seeing you all soon.